guys, and welcome back to What's for Supper. On today's episode, we have a very special one. We're going to be doing a Mexican-inspired feast. Ever since I moved to LA, been very spoiled with the cuisine over here, so I thought I'd make you guys some of my favorites. On today's menu, we have guac and chips, street sweet corn, homemade fish tacos, and to wash it all down, horchata from Guisados. So we're gonna kick things off with chips and guac. Look, we've all made this before. It's simple, it's delicious, it's easy, but I'm gonna show you how to elevate it slightly to impress yourself and any guests if you have any. So we're gonna need 3 avocados, and shout out to my friend Wa, who was on my last pub chat. He grows avocados at home. He gave one to me like 2 weeks ago, and it's finally ready and it's massive. So Wa, thank you for your massive avocado. So we're gonna give them a good chop. We're gonna slice them in half, do the usual. Take out the stones. Then we're gonna get a bowl, scoop them in. You know the drill, guys. Then we're gonna get 2 freshly washed Roma tomatoes. We're gonna chop them in half. And here we wanna get the seeds out so it's not too watery. And a good trick is just to get your finger in there and just scrape out that way. Easy. Then we're gonna chop them up nice and fine, get rid of the stems. And we'll give it a little mash, get the avocados nicely mashed in. You still want a bit of texture on that avocado so it's not too smooth. Then we're gonna get about 1/3 of an onion. And we wanna finely chop the onion. All right, add that to the bowl. Next, we're gonna do about 3 cloves of garlic and finely chop. Lovely jubbly, pop that in. Next, I'm gonna get just a slither of red onion and finely chop. Pop that in the bowl as well. Next, we're gonna get a big old chunk of cilantro and chop up nice and fine. Add the cilantro. We call cilantro coriander in England. So to any of my English friends, anyone watching, I have to say cilantro. Otherwise, if I say coriander, no one's gonna know what I'm on about. Next, we're gonna say hello to the jalapeno. We're gonna chop it long ways. We wanna get the seeds out. And then chop nice and fine. Love it. Add it in. Then we're gonna get a lime, cut it in half and in quarter. Add all the juice from the whole lime into the bowl. Really freshen this up. Lovely. Then we're gonna add a good amount of salt. I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper in, you don't need much. And then give it a good old mix, the fun bit. Right, now, a very important part of the process, a taste test. Oh, it's good. But to be sure, better have another taste test. I'm sure a lot of you guys do this when you're cooking, end up eating half the meal on taste tests. Just lovely. Right, that's good to serve. So next up we have street sweet corn. Again, it's easy, again, it's delicious. Can't get enough of it. First ingredient we're gonna need, you guessed it, some sweet corn. So we're gonna make sure they're nice and washed. We've taken the kernels off, they're clean, they're good to go. We're gonna get some vegetable oil and we're just gonna give them a nice coating. This will just really help get them nice and crispy, golden, delightful. Then we're gonna get a baking tray. And then we're gonna put the oven to 400 Fahrenheit, pop them in for just 10 minutes. Easy. Right, so now the sweet corn is done. We got a cheeky bit of golden glow showing, perfect. We're gonna let it cool slightly. Then we're gonna remove the baking sheet. And then we just wanna stab it with a fork and just cut off the corns. Then we wanna get a bowl, throw the sweet corn in. Then we're gonna add about 1 to 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1 to 2 tablespoons of sour cream. Then we want some chili cayenne pepper, just a dash. Then we want just about a tablespoon of lime juice, so I'm just gonna do about half a lime. Then I'm gonna add some salt, don't be shy, some pepper. Then we want about a 1/4 cup of Cojita cheese. I'm just gonna crumble it in. Bloody delicious. Then we're gonna just add a dash of cilantro. Pop it in, give it a good mix. And again, very, very important part. Wow. Look how easy that was. Throw it in a bowl, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Ready to serve. So now we're gonna move on to the homemade fish tacos. And when I say homemade, I mean homemade. We are making these tacos from scratch. There's 5 ingredients, super easy, bloody delicious, and you get to show off and be like, I made these myself, you know? So we're gonna need a big old bowl, and then we're gonna want 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and then 1 teaspoon of fine sea salt, then 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, then 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. And then we want to mix it with our hands and rub it together between fingers until it's got kind of like a cornmeal texture. Then we want 3/4 cup plus 1 tablespoon of warm water. And we want to mix it by hand until it becomes dough. Then once it's solid enough, we want to move the bowl aside, give the surface a good dusting with flour. And then you basically want to knead it for about 2 minutes. You want to get your palms nice and in there. You want to fold it, push down, turn, fold, push down. And you kind of want to do it until the dough is nice and together and kind of a slightly shiny texture. If it's too dry, add a little bit more water. If it's too shiny and sticky, you guessed it, add some more flour. It's very important, this process. You need to knead it, guys. You know, you really need to knead it because that's going to help get the tortilla kind of light and crispy and fluffy. It's like pizza dough, you know, same kind of vibe. Right, and then once you've given it a good knead, you need to cover it with a towel and just rest for about 10 minutes and then it's gonna be ready to go. Right, so 10 minutes are up, and now what we wanna do, so we're gonna make about 16 tortillas out of this, and we want them about 35 grams per ball. So just have a little look, 37, that's pretty close. We'll roll it up into a ball. Then we're gonna use our palm and just flatten it down with our palm first, just to get it going. And then, we want a rolling pin, we want to dust it off a bit. Then we want to get a rolling pin and then just slowly but surely roll it out. I like to kind of give it a little roll and a little turn, little roll, little turn. Keep doing that. You want to keep it nice and circular. Right, and this is about the kind of consistency and size you want. You want them quite thin, otherwise they won't bubble up. Right, I'm happy with that as my first one. It's nice and thin, it's quite circular, lovely. And then we just repeat that with the rest. Right, and then now we want to get a skillet as hot as we can get it, and then no oil, nothing, and then just throw the tortilla in the pan. And we want about 30 seconds each side till it gets nice and crispy, then we're good. Look at that, you see the bubbles coming through, that's just the airiness, bloody lovely. A little flip. Look at that. And the first one is done. Oh, it's gonna be so good, guys. I can't wait. Right, so now we have 6 lovely tortillas. They're looking and smelling delightful. So I'm gonna cover them up, keep them warm, and let's crack on with the fish. We're gonna start off with a nice, easy sauce. We're gonna just do a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise, then 1 tablespoon of sriracha. And then just give it a little mix. And that's literally it for the sauce. Super simple, super tasty. Now we want a big old red cabbage. We just want about 3/4 cup. Chop this into easy, thin slices. We set the cabbage aside onto a plate. And then we're gonna get a Roma tomato. And I'm just gonna do thin slices. We're gonna lay the tomatoes next to the cabbage, make them look pretty. Then we're gonna get 3 freshly washed scallions, or spring onions I would call them. Just chop them nice and fine. Then we're gonna add them to the plate. And then lastly, we've got an avocado. And then just chop up the avocado. Then we're just gonna do nice, easy slices. Now our fresh veggies are ready. Then we're gonna get a bowl. We need 2 tablespoons of chili powder. We need 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, some salt, a teaspoon of pepper. Then we want to add about 1.5 teaspoons of vegetable oil. Give it a little mix. Right, lovely. Set that aside. We want to get our tilapia fish, which is nice, clean and washed. We're going to rub the mixture all over. You can use any kind of white fish. Tilapia is good because it's just so easy, it's fast, it's tasty, it's quick. Do the same on the other side. Don't get any bits missed. Now they are nice and coated, let's pop the frying pan out. We need some vegetable oil, about 1.5, 2 tablespoons. Get it on a nice medium to high heat. Now it's nice and hot, we're gonna add the tilapia. Want to cook it for about 3 minutes each side till it's nice, crispy, golden brown, lovely. Let's set that aside. Then just with a fork, we're just gonna give the fish a little mash up. Right, now let's build the tacos. We get our fresh little taco, pop it in the taco holder. We're gonna get a little bit of the sauce. Then we're gonna get some of the fish, a bit of tomato, a bit of cabbage, slice of avocado. Now these are looking lovely. Let's get the wife down and serve her my Mexican feast. Right, babe, welcome back to the kitchen or restaurant, whatever this is.
We have to think of a restaurant name for you. Cafe Ben?
Living Legends?
Bistro Ben?
Bistro Ben.
Bistro Ben.
Bistro Ben. Welcome back to Bistro Ben. So, today we have a lovely Mexican feast. Are you hungry?
I'm starving.
You better be hungry, because every single time I do this, I make way too much and we eat way too much. So, it's a tough life. Thank you, Guisados, for this lovely drink. Oh, it's so tasty.
It's just like a sweet cinnamony milk.
Bloody lovely.
Appetizer?
Appetizer.
Yeah, we'll start off with the guac.
Have a bit of avocado.
So fresh, babe. These tortilla chips are so good too. Your homemade fish tacos. Very impressed.
Cheers, babe.
Cheers. Every time. Every time. The tortilla is almost like a pita bread, which I'm not complaining about. It's like thick and doughy, and I really, really like it actually.
That's how we do it here at Bistro Ben's.
The fish is nice and soft and crispy, and then you've got the crunch of the cabbage, the green onion. It's delicious.
All of it.
Should we try the corn?
The corn.
The corn. I could eat this whole bowl.
Oh, it's so good. Right, you know the drill, guys. We're gonna just keep eating till we stuff our faces. Thank you all so much for watching. Please let us know what you want to see next. Thank you again to my lovely wife for being my guest.
You're welcome.
She doesn't mind doing this. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.